Hello friends, today we are going to discuss the first topic of the subject Advanced Biopharmaceutics and Pharmacokinetics, drug absorption from GIT tract. First of all, we have to discuss the anatomy or the structure of the GIT, which is presented by a figure. The GIT is also called as digestive tract, gut, digestional tract and alimentary canal. It is an organ system within the humans which takes food, digests it to extract and absorb the nutrients and expel the remaining waste as feces. Mainly the GI tract helps in digestion of the food, through which it absorbs energy and nutrients and expel out the waste material which is obtained from the food. The parts of GIT are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus, which will be later discussed. Now we have to look at the accessory organs of GIT, which are liver, pancreas, gallbladder, and also the functions involved in GIT. The main functions are transportation, digestion, absorption of food. Generally, the transportation means the transport of the absorbed vitamins, minerals, and digestion through the digestive enzymes which are secreted in GIT, and absorption of the food. Now we have to discuss one by one the parts of GIT. The first one, mouth. So mouth consists of mucosal layer and is composed of stratified squamous epithelial cells, which helps to secrete the mucus. The main structure of the mouth, which contains tongue, teeth, salivary gland, pharynx. Now the main functions of the mouth is the breakdown of the food into the smaller parts, like from chewing from the teeth, and also the salivary amylase, which is produced by saliva or salivary glands, which helps to break down the food into smaller parts. The second one, esophagus. So esophagus is also called as food tube, and which produces mucus, and the mucus produced by esophagus helps to facilitate the passage of the food through it and helps to lubricate and protect the esophagus. And there is also a presence of gastroesophageal sphincter, which is also called as cardiac sphincter, which prevents the reflux of the gastric contents from esophagus. The next part of GIT is the stomach. Stomach consists of different parts like cardiac region, fundus, body of stomach, antrum, pylorus, and also a pyrolic sphincter, which allow the passage of the chyme into the smaller intestine. Chyme is nothing but a pulpy acidic mixture of the food and gastric enzymes, which passes through the pyrolic sphincter to the small intestine. Now the functions of the stomach. The main functions to store, churn and puree the food into the chyme, digestion of the fats, proteins, alcohol, water and glucose, production of gastric acids. Now the next one is small intestine, which consists of three parts: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. Now the digestive enzymes secreted in the small intestine are lipase, amylase, maltase, lactase, sucrase, dextrinase. And the main functions of small intestine is the absorption of the vitamins and nutrients, which includes electrolytes, ions, carbohydrate, proteins and fats. It also absorbs approx 8000 ml of water per day. Now the next one is large intestine, which is also called as colon. The colon consists of different parts: ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. The main functions of colon or large intestine is absorption of water and absorption of sodium, potassium and chloride from the large intestine. Now the next part is rectum. Rectum is the terminal part of the large intestine before the anal canal. So it generally the extended part of the large intestine or the terminal part of the large intestine, which is 12 centimeter in length. The main function of rectum is temporary storage of the fecal matter, the waste material which are obtained from the food after its absorption is called fecal matter, which the rectum stored temporarily for its passage. Now the last one is anus. Anus is an opening at the opposite end of the GI tract from the mouth, and it is the opening at the end of the large intestine after the rectum. The main functions of the anus is to control the explosion of the feces or waste material, and it also initiates the easy bowel movement through mucus secretion. Now the accessory organs of the GIT. The first one is liver. Liver, as we know, is the largest organ located at the upper abdomen in GIT. It consists of 3 lobes, right, left and caudate, which is further subdivided into 8 segments. The main functions of the liver are it performs metabolic activity necessary for nutrition, homeostasis, immune response, and it also secretes the bile and stores glycogen. It also helps in synthesis of the serum protein and lipids. Now the next one is gallbladder. The gallbladder, as we know, is pear-shaped sac-like organ which is attached to the liver. It stores bile salts which absorb and emulsify fats and fat-soluble vitamins. The main functions of the gallbladder are it stores bile and secretes mucus, it absorbs water, releases the bile when needed, helps in the absorption of the fat-soluble vitamin, that is for example vitamin A, vitamin K from the smaller intestine. Now the last one is pancreas. Pancreas is a gland that is partially exocrine and endocrine. The exocrine part secretes the digestive pancreatic juice which helps in digestion, and endocrine part secretes hormones, that is insulin, for regulating the blood sugar levels. It is J-shaped and about 15 to 20 centimeter long, which lies more or less transversely across the posterior abdomen wall. The main enzymes secreted by pancreas are trypsin, lipase and amylase. The main functions, as we discussed above, is there are 2 types of function, exocrine and endocrine. Helps to digest the smaller intestine. It is exocrine function of the pancreas, whereas to regulate the blood sugar levels through insulin secretion is known as endocrine function. So friends, this is a brief explanation of GIT about its anatomy and different parts with their specific functions. So thank you for watching.